guys, Fire Dragon back here again, and yeah, where we left off, we were going to do the deed, and by that deed I mean by killing our sister, who is a complete and utter wench. I absolutely do not like this family. This family is incredibly rude to each other. What the hell? Like, there's no reason for them to be as rude as they are, and yet they are. It's insane. Like, seriously, man. Your parents' room has not changed in years. It remains a frozen time capsule of a childhood you would sooner forget. Great! Nothing I love more than having a childhood that's been ruined by an abusive family. He seems to hate me. You enter the surreal atmosphere of your sister's room. Mirrors of various sizes cover the walls, creating the eerie illusion of a crowded space. Jesus! Who needs that many mirrors? I mean, is she that vain? She just that, like, sick in the head that she's like, oh, is she just like someone who's incredibly narcissistic? So many mirrors, yeah, no kidding. I wouldn't even have, I wouldn't want that mood. I mean, I'm vain, like myself in real life, but I'm not that vain that I need like 8 bajillion mirrors in the room to make myself feel, I'm feeling uncomfortable already. It's just too many mirrors. Like, too many. I don't have time to search your sister's wardrobe right now. Save game real quick. Okay. Save the game real quick. God. I don't know. You get it. Okay. So we have to go back to the title menu. Hold on. I messed up because I'm an idiot. So this is gonna be fun. Okay, we're back in the sister's room. Anyways, ornate clocks are your sister's third love, right behind mirrors and cruelty. Yeah, a little obsessed with the mirrors, this one. I can see why she's sick in the freaking head. Nobody needs this many freaking mirrors. What the fudge, man? Why you need that many? It's not right. What is this? Step inside your former bedroom, now a simple guest room. Most of your old furniture has vanished, probably thrown on a bonfire. Knowing your father, he's a douchebag. He probably checked crap. Now it's not the time to get to the chest of drawers. You should have done it. Or no, I get it. Okay, you want me to place stuff? I don't know where to place stuff. I don't even know how to place stuff. Vacant and barren. Blah blah blah. Stupid wardrobe. Stupid room. Where am I gonna place stuff? Can I just kill her? Hey, is it bad if I just go and kill her? What is this? What's in here? Be sure you want to enter the drawing room. Once inside, there's no turning back. Where am I gonna place the thing? Oh, can I go in the maid's room? Can I place the dough? Hi, Daddy. That's not where I wanted to go. Oh wait, I can talk to. Can I talk to Daddy? Is it not gonna let me talk to Daddy? Oh, I don't have anything else to say to you, boy. All right, cool. Never mind. Can't talk to him. Probably wouldn't want to. Oh, that's Mommy's room. That's right. I forgot you have your freaking records on. Can I get past you? Can I? Derb seems to be busy sorting through the items in the household cupboard. Great! You keep at it, George. I hope you don't lose your job, because you seem like the only sane person in this house besides Sophia. Maybe, if she's sane. We can consider her sane. This is not the room I wanted. This is the room I wanted. I think. There's nothing in these drawers but clothes belonging to the maid. Yeah, I get that. How do I place stuff, though? Ugh. I don't know how to place stuff. It's great that it's empty, but is there no way I can, like, place something somewhere? Walking into the pantry, you begin to salivate at the promising scent of roast beef coming from the kitchen beyond. Do I now? Don't have time to raid the pantry right now. Okay. God, music, you need to stop! You need to stop being like, duh, duh, duh! Like, all dramatic and crap. Jeez. I get it. We're gonna kill somebody, but goodness. Okay. I should probably just... Screw it, we're gonna cut our losses. We'll enter... Yeah, I don't know how to place items. I'll figure that out later. You see Jennifer staring out the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now is the time. She's a murder woman. Broken glass. Your sister cries out in surprise as you grab her from behind, and you quickly muffle those cries with one hand before pressing the shard of broken glass against her throat. She struggles valiantly as you cut her throat open, but you manage to hold her in place until finally she goes limp. You drop her lifeless body to the ground, along with the broken glass. It's time to leave this room before your deed is discovered. Jesus. There's nothing here. Nobody knows I did anything. Damn it, she's going to see me. Shit. Oh. Did you hear that, Mr. Aaron? I guess I should have gone to another room. I guess I failed. Oh, I failed. Probably. Ooh. Probably. Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I understand that this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is. I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here while my daughter's killer's still out there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence or forced entry, and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible, then, that the killer is in this room. What? No. That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. Perhaps it is. However, in order to follow protocol, I'll have to interview each of you in turn. Mrs. Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first? I suppose so. The interview. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I will need to search your person. Best to get these formalities out of the way. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. This leather toss may require some explanation, Mr. Bruce. I stole this damn hated thing from my father. I don't know how that got there. It belongs to my father, actually. He used to beat me with it. I was going to take it home and burn it. I can understand that. Were these beatings regular? Yes, and severe. I see. Now, that's out of the way. Let's move on to the interview. As you know, I have already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First off, we will run through all of your activities since your arrival. The maid says that you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock, and she greeted you at the door. She told me that you refused to give her your coat, and she found that quite peculiar. I didn't want to get cold. I prefer to keep my possessions with me. I wasn't sure how long I would be staying. I thought I might have to leave soon. In this weather, Mr. Bruce, that seems quite unlikely. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother Gloria in the parlor. She told me that you were unusually cordial, something about wanting to apologize and make amends. I just wanted to avoid another argument. I wasn't being entirely honest with her. I just wanted to avoid an awkward evening. I see. That is understandable. At that time, your mother brought up the subject of your sister's health, and you seemed quite unconcerned about it. It's not in my nature to show my concern. I was tired of hearing about my sister's health. Actually, it was my mother who was unconcerned. Tired of hearing. All my life, I had been hearing about my sister's condition. It gets rather tiresome. I see. Still, it seems a bit uncaring of you. It seems odd to me that you didn't go and wish your father a happy birthday when you arrived. Makes me wonder what else you were doing that was so important. Damn it. Let's discuss your conversation with the butler. Fuck! You spoke about your mother's recent moods, yes? You seem very worried about her. Yes, my mother was having a very hard time dealing with my sister's condition, apparently. It sounded like she had been pushed to breaking point. Interesting. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? Wait, I didn't. You don't know that. Yes, I did. Yes, I went to her room to see her. I see. And what did you discuss with her? Just small talk. We discussed her illness and her obsessions. Nothing at all. She insulted me and I left. Discussed her illness. Condition. I was aware that she was going through a particularly difficult time. Did she seem distressed to you? Yes, you could say that. She was not in a good place mentally speaking. I see. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. Apparently you made a comment about your mother's drinking habits. I just wanted to get under her skin, that's all. For her own good, someone needed to comment. I don't know what to answer. I just wanted to get under her skin. I did want to get under her skin! But it would seem odd that your mother would want to drink so heavily. For her own good. I felt I had to say something. I thought she was drinking far too much. Do you think this has anything to do with her difficulties in coping with your sister's condition? Almost certainly. Interesting. Apparently, you accused your sister of making unwanted advances toward the maid. Well, someone needed to talk to her about it. It was a silly, regrettable accusation. That's all. Ah, I see. Let's move on then. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Damn it. If I contradicted ground floor. Yes, the maid mentioned seeing you in there. That does put you quite close to the scene of the murder, I'm afraid. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of property. The search did not turn up any items which gave me cause to suspect anyone in particular. I am curious about the murder weapon. Broken glass seems to have come from one of your sister's mirrors. We found the rest of it in the maid's room. We have established that you have been to the servants' quarters this evening. However, we can't rule out suicide, especially given your sister's mental condition and her obsession with mirrors. It is all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Frankly, your behavior leading up to your sister's death concerns me a great deal. While there is some suspicion regarding your father, I don't currently regard him as a serious suspect. I'm screwed. I am slightly curious about the maid, but I doubt she was involved in this. I think I will also be taking another look at the evidence surrounding your mother. Despite her condition, I don't believe your sister committed suicide. Now, as for what happens next, I am placing you under arrest on suspicion of the murder of your sister, and I will need to be speaking to your mother again. The verdict of suicide seems unlikely, I'm afraid. Well, I'm screwed. Achievement unlocked! As the only person to be arrested, you remain the prime suspect in the case. The evidence against you was overwhelming at the trial. It did not take very long for the jury to return a guilty verdict. You were given a life sentence for murder of your sister and would be spending the rest of your life sleeping behind cars. In your dank little cell, there was nowhere to hide or to escape from the nightmares when they came. Jesus. The deed itself had taken possession of your soul, and perhaps this was her final revenge. Also, there's a storm tonight, so pardon the thunder if you hear that. Well, we failed, but, if you'd like to see more, let me know, and I will try to do this again and figure out how to place things properly. I went through the game a little quicker than I wanted to, because I didn't realize that picking up the second item would immediately, cause dinner to start so soon. I'm curious to see the other options. I really am. This episode's a little bit longer than the other ones, but I'm gonna, say goodnight for right now for this episode and say adios. But as always, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!